right, what's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick Strength and Power. I've got a couple of interesting stories for you guys today. The first story that I have for you guys today, finally, a Brandon Curry story and a little bit of a physique update and kind of an idea of how Brandon is looking going into this year's Mr. Olympia. Brandon Curry, of course, one of the favorites to win the Olympia this year based on his runner-up position last year and, of course, his 2019 Olympia victory. And he's also an Arnold Classic champ as well. So, for the duration of this offseason between last Olympia and this one, I think Brandon has been pretty quiet when it comes to recent physique updates and really has kept himself pretty covered up. And this is the first update, like I said. He says in the caption there, just a quick update from Kuwait. I hit the ground running as soon as I got to O2 Gym, so he is now at Oxygen Gym with his coach, with his trainer, and he is officially beginning his Olympia prep there at O2 Gyms. Leading the charge is Coach Abdullah, assisted by Ahmad Al-Naki, pushing me through the trenches with these two-a-days. I'm finally not sore anymore, though. Training video coming soon on Brandon Curry All Access, which is his YouTube channel, powered by O15 Nutrition, which is his supplement company. So it's good to finally get to see what Brandon is looking like, and I'm sure, like we usually do, we'll probably see some magic mirror pictures. We'll probably see some pretty freaky physique updates as we get closer. Brandon typically is not usually one to hide away when he's prepping for the Olympia. We usually get a lot of very revealing and very confident posts from Brandon going into the show, and I think we're about 9 or 10 weeks out officially right now from the Olympia. So I expect over the next couple of weeks to probably see a lot more from Brandon. But like I said, being runner-up last year and a former recent Mr. Olympia champion himself, he's certainly got to be one of the favorites this year to potentially challenge Big Ramy again and again. Last year, he did what a lot of people thought he wasn't going to be able to do when Phil Heath came back. They thought Phil was going to beat him, but he wound up beating Phil, even though Ramy still beat him. Very big accomplishment for Brandon, and I don't think he's done. I think there's potential for Brandon to still make an even bigger mark than he's already made with his bodybuilding legacy. And let me know what you guys think. Where do you think Brandon is going to land in the Olympia lineup this year? Can he possibly do enough to push Big Ramy away from that title spot? Can Brandon become a two-time Mr. Olympia champ? Because based on what we know so far, Brandon is the only returning Mr. Olympia that's going to be in that lineup aside from Ramy. We don't know that Phil's doing it. Dexter, who typically does it, is out. It looks like Sean Flexitron Roden is not going to be able to compete. So Brandon this year is the man, in my opinion, with the biggest chip on his shoulder. Now, next up in the news, let's talk about IFBB Elite Pro Michal Krizo posting a rather interesting physique update today. Michael, of course, the IFBB Elite Pro, he is a competitor in this other organization, which is basically the branch that split from the IFBB Pro League. I've said this a couple times in different videos, but the Pro League, essentially all you need to know, the NPC and the IFBB are basically linked over here, and the Olympia and the Arnold Classic Ohio fall under the IFBB Pro League banner. Now, Michal Krizo from the other IFBB arguably is one of the best bodybuilders they have in that other organization that has never competed at the Olympia over here or with a lot of the guys that you know today. So he posted this rather impressive physique update, which I'm still a little bit suspicious of. You guys can let me know in the comment section what you think of his arm there. I don't know if that arm has been tampered with in any way. Maybe some Adobe gains there, but who knows? But the thing that interested me the most about this post was if you look at the very bottom beneath the hashtags, he says he's 8 weeks out from the Arnold. And of course, right now, it's July 25th. 8 weeks is 2 months. In 1 month, we would be at August 25th. In 2 months, we'll be at September 25th. That's 8 weeks. That is the Arnold Classic USA. So I don't know if he's trolling here, or I don't know if he knows something that we don't know. I'm leaning towards the potential that he's trolling. But I know he has realistically expressed interest in switching over from the Elite Pro to our Pro League over here. Like real interest, not just trolling interest. But how wild would that be if he was a last-minute addition somehow to that Arnold Classic lineup? I mean, from my understanding, he would have to re-earn his pro card under the IFBB Pro League banner and then be able to qualify or compete as a pro here. But who knows? Maybe he's just trolling. Maybe we will see him jump in the Arnold Classic lineup. But I guess we'll only find out for sure come the end of September. Now, next up in the news, let's talk about it. Hafthor Bjornsson versus Eddie Hall. I reported earlier today on my channel that event has been canceled and postponed until sometime in the spring. There is no official new date for that competition. The boxing match between Eddie and Thor that was much anticipated by most of the bodybuilding, fitness, strength community online. The grudge match between two World's Strongest Man champions that really, truly have bad blood and don't like each other. Eddie Hall was injured, and the video that you're watching right now is a video from the actual injury. During training, it appears that Eddie Hall tore his bicep clean off the bone. A brutal bicep tear, there's no doubt about it. Now, when this report first came out that the event was canceled, they never specified that it was the bicep tear that was the injury that Eddie had. All the articles that I saw from MTK Boxing, and MTK Global rather, which is the boxing company associated with this event, they just said an injury. They left it vague. They didn't clarify, so I didn't want to say it was the bicep without knowing for sure. Eddie Hall came out with a post of his own and essentially confirmed it was the bicep tear. It was that injury on that video, this video that you're watching here, that is the official reason for him having to pull out of the fight. And honestly, it looks like a brutal injury. It looks like Eddie has already had surgery, so he is already beginning the recovery process. But like I said in my last video, who knows when this event will happen, if it happens. They're saying it is going to happen. They're saying not canceled, postponed. It is going to happen. We basically just don't know when, whenever Eddie is ready, essentially. So let me play for you guys Eddie's clip on what Eddie had to say about what happened, and then we'll talk about Hafthor Bjornsson's reaction to the news after that.
Hey guys, hope you're all well. A little bit of bad news. So it's Sunday today. On Monday, I threw a bit of a lazy hook in training, and I detached my left bicep. Now, good news is, I had the surgery on Thursday. It was a complete success. The hole's there, the biceps reattached. I'm able to move it already, even after 2 days. The hand's back in and the swelling's gone down massively. I had the best surgeon in the world fly in from Germany to do the reattachment, so that is done. Bad news is, the fight's gonna have to be delayed. So the fight's still going ahead, but it won't be going ahead on September 18th. The core sports fight on September 18th with Steffi Cohen and the CrossFitters is still going ahead. So everyone that's bought the pay-per-views and bought the tickets, they're fine, they're safe. Your emails will be going out for anybody that wants a refund. But just to let everyone know, I apologize. These things happen, but I'm in good spirits. The arm's reattached. I'm doing everything I can to recover as quick as I possibly can. And I'm looking.
All right, so that was what Eddie had to say about things, and now let's look at Hafthor's side of things. So Hafthor put up this post, and he says, super disappointed, but this is not in my hands. Next up is finding a new opponent so I can fight in September. So keep in mind, on the MTK Boxing website, they said that Thor still has the opportunity to find another opponent if he wants to continue to fight in September. So it looks like, based on Thor's post, that's exactly what he's going to do. He says, I'm taking this extremely seriously, and I'll be even more prepared. When Eddie is ready, I'll be waiting. So again, no definitive date right now, but Eddie versus Thor not happening in 2021, not happening in September. And the previous articles that I saw said they were shooting for April or May of 2022. I think it would be even later than that, but I guess only time will tell. Now, the final story today, guys, I wanted to send my condolences over to Larry Wheels, the good friend and training partner of Larry's. He was in a lot of Larry's videos. BTC, a.k.a. Black Tom Cruise, a.k.a. Big O, passed away recently. You guys probably saw he had a pretty bad car accident. And Larry put up this post on his Instagram, kind of officially announcing it. He says, R.I.P. Black Tom Cruise, the man that brought laughs everywhere he went. Funniest man I ever met. He possessed all the traits of a great friend. I love him and hold him closer to almost anyone that I know. It hurts to accept that he's gone. No matter what life threw at him, he kept a smile and his head held high. Otis Perkins, you will be missed. So, moment of silence for BTC. Very sorry to hear about that situation. Very sad situation. And with that, I'm going to wrap up the video tonight, guys. I hope you guys did, in fact, enjoy it. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, in fact, enjoy it. Please subscribe if you have not subscribed yet already. As always, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Nick Strength and Power, signing out.